Yo. You got a show tonight. You got some guys in here. It's me, Chris. It's Ivory. You got Kon. You got Fears. Which one you drafting? Which one y'all want to talk about first? Hold on.
First took away. That's what this. Get your money's worth now.
What's up and welcome. This
program is brought to you by Scott Bickner Injury Lawyers. Have you been injured in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, hurt offshore? Scott Bickner handles it all. Give him a call, y'all. 504-500-1111. We here to talk about fears, nightmares, pros, cons. That's how you were supposed to open the show. You see what I did there?
Because that's because you're used to being around felons. I don't really think like that.
Chris used to rap.
Nah, that's the other guy, man. That's the other guy, Pappy Mason over here.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, man, look, we here to talk about Jeremiah Fizz. We're here to talk about Kon. I'm not saying his last name how Justin wants me to pronounce it. We're here to talk about which one we should take at 7. We got the chat. Cole, what's up? I hope you get a membership, bro. Denzel, I did see you post on no, I didn't. I'm lying. I ain't see it. I'm gonna go check those.
There we go.
I be lying, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I just lie. It's all good though. Donna was good. Let me see. Ryan. This is crazy. You had to say this like this. You didn't really have to say this like this. You could have found another way. BP was good. Anyways, man. So I guess Chris, you wanna go ahead and lead the show off how you thought I was going to be a professional, bro.
I thought you was gonna slip there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Nah.
But yo, man, shout out to Ivory for joining us again, man. So if y'all been watching the shows that we've been putting out, we've pretty much been breaking down a good majority of Pelicans options, some at 7, maybe some, just overall good fits that they may not take at 7, but we want to end up talking about. You never know, they make a trade. Some of these players may be on the table. But I did some research, and there are 3 players that are the most popular. When you look at a lot of the mock drafts, the main ones that pundits, analysts have the Pelicans taken at 7. It's Kon, it's Fears, and it's a center that we shall not name right now because it's gonna piss off Lito and Ivory. So I thought we gonna keep it right now for this show, Fears, and I'm Fears and Kon. We just gonna say that because I was told that his name was more like Knueppel, and Justin wanted to be something else. So we're gonna break down the good, the bad, what the Pelicans should be looking for, why the Pelicans should take said player, why the Pelicans shouldn't take said player. We got some quotes from some of the mock drafts, and yeah, man, we're gonna tap in with the chat. Y'all got questions, comments, concerns, y'all want to chime in, let us know. So we're gonna start here. Ivory. Why should the Pelicans take Kon Knueppel?
Reason the Pelicans should select Kon Knueppel because he's a great basketball pedigree. He obviously come from Duke. He's one of the safest players in the draft. I think the bust potential is really low if you go that route. Also, I think conversely, the ceiling is also kind of limited. But I think it gives you a safe pick at number 7 where you can get outside shooting. He can handle the ball a little. Pause. He can, use pick and rolls. He can score the basketball, and I think he'll be a serviceable defender on the defensive side. So, if the Pelicans choose to pick him at 7, I think it's a safe pick.
Lito, well said, Ivory. Unfortunately, now there are more sources saying that his name is Knueppel.
I'm not.
Like the body part pointing to his chest.
I'm not. I'm gonna call him Kon.
Mama named him Kon?
Yeah, I'm gonna name him Kon. Yeah. I'm gonna call him Kon.
Now, Lito, why should the Pelicans not take Kon
Knueppel? I mean, bro. Okay, you want me to be devil's advocate because realistically, it's not a lot of cons to his game.
Are you saying you don't have any fear in
Ooh.
drafting him at 7?
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Boomer Sooner. I okay. Let's say this. The Pelicans need a guard. Obviously, you have DeJounte hurt. CJ's
Hurt?
504, 500. CJ's a little long in the tooth. Can't be a lead guard. You know what I'm saying? That's never his role. Somebody got to get these boys the basketball, right? Kon is as dead eye of a shooter he is. He does not possess the ability to be a lead guard in the NBA. That's not something he's blessed with. I also, you got a Zion, you got a Trey. You want to get up and down the floor, right? You want to play a little Pacers basketball. You want to run and gun. That's not what Kon gonna give you. It's just a little bit different on the side if you living with fear.
That's interesting, man. I it was interesting because I keep going back to, like, you're in a weird spot, right? Like, you have a talent that you want to build around in Zion, but you're unsure if either A, the Pelicans are committed to Zion long term, or if they should be, as we lost Ivory. And it's the same like with I mean, at that point you're talking the foundation, right? So if the future with your foundation is unsure, how can you build around it? You know?
I mean, yeah.
So I mean that's the question. Like, maybe you bring free agents in, but can you really invest somebody that you got a 5-year plan for, or a 3-year plan in, with somebody that may not, that you don't know if he's gonna be here for 3 years necessarily? I hope, and let's say this: I hope Zion play the rest of his career as a Pelican. I really do. I hope everything goes right. I hope he never misses another game. But history says he will. So,
Yeah.
and what I want to ask Ivory is, because in a lot of the shows, I think we all kind of talk about players that are universal and will match any fit, and we talk about players that fit Zion, with what the Pelicans need around Zion. And I guess what I keep thinking about is, like, Ivory, let's say I got a couch, right? And let's say I don't love the couch. Like, it's in my living room, but I'm not committed to keeping this couch. It's all right. It's it's cool. It's a nice couch, but I could buy another one at any moment. Why would I buy pillows for it? Like why wouldn't that be a waste of money versus, if I'm in a furniture store and I'm like, oh, okay, I like that pillow. I'm not thinking about what it go with. I just like the motherfucker. Like, what route do you think the Pelicans should be going? No matter what they draft, 7, 13, they trade back, they trade up. How much should they be thinking about Zion in mind when we're talking about whether these players or some other players that we've broken down?
So Zion on the couch.
In this case, yes.
That's a little crazy.
Okay.
Nah, my bad. That was me.
Like I said the other day, man, the Pels have several deficiencies on this roster in which they have to plug. Amongst all of that, including the DeJounte injury, including possibly upgrading at the center position, and including CJ going into his last year of his deal. Zion being the player to build around is also at the forefront of all of that. Is he the player that you can build around to get to the postseason and win in the postseason? I mean, it's yet remains to be seen. So this is a critical year for him and the Pelicans franchise in terms of seeing what it actually looks like in the postseason. I think after you get that data and see what that looks like, then you can reassess and plan accordingly.
Lito, what what do you think? I mean, how if your foundation is kind of unclear or uncertain going forward, can you really add accessories to it,
Nope.
or do you continue to have faith going into year 7 or year 8 or year 9?
Man, I'm just go off history. History tells me that I cannot count on the brother to be who I need him to be. I mean, it's 7 years, 7 American basketball seasons, and you kind of still have more questions than answers.
Yep.
And at this point, the Pelicans should just draft the best player available, regardless of the fit. Just because of the past. However, if I'm a faithful man, I will hope that this new relationship with Joe will lead us to a place where some maturity is starting to happen, some accountability is starting to happen, and it's not just like signs in the gym. It is actually like an internal thing that's happening. I want to believe that he can turn a corner, but I got 7 years of data that just don't go away. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just because you moved to a new city, like we don't forget about the past. We still know what you did, last summer. I don't know, but yeah, bro. I think
You want to read that, Lito?
damn, Ivory, you do look like that's crazy.
Man by the bayou, never don't know what you're talking about.
That's crazy. I did see you with Asia. No man. So yes. How no man. I don't want to expound because I want to talk about fears. I mean, I want to talk about Kon in a positive light too, a little bit. I know you asked me about the alternate, but it's like I'm with Ivory, bro. He's such a safe pick. He's so safe. Like it's like
how safe is he?
Bro, like he like I'm not doing it. He's it's like a boat in the water, right? Like when the waves are crashing, like he can steady the ship. And I truly believe he got more game than I'm not saying he's gonna be an NBA All-Star or anything like that, but I think he has more game than what he was allowed to show at Duke. Obviously, like who was at Duke with him. Okay. You went the contraceptive route. Okay. And you did it with religion. All right, cool. All right. The hell you go.
Gospel.
I think Kon is a EYBL legend first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Like leading scorer type legend on them teams. He a Wisconsin basketball legend.
Heard that before.
Dude, he got great vision, bro. He got great vision. He can navigate a pick and roll, and he got good size. Like he not a small. Usually, no disrespect to Jordan Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins is on the smaller side in the guard spot, right? Like Kon is 6'7", dog. Like
Yep.
And he got good, and he has good strength. He has grown man strength. He's like, Chris, dog. I'm not ODing. I swear to God.
Huh?
I'm not going that route. But I don't know. Whatever you got going, however you do.
Yeah.
Because Larry Who at home, so I know you. I think Kon. I seen comparisons to Kon. I seen a Desmond Bain comparison today, and it was crazy to me. It was great. Now this is the ceiling. They were saying this is the ceiling.
Because I can't see that with LASIK vision.
No. They were saying this is the ceiling if he reaches whoever he is. And it's so funny. Somebody put Joe Ingles in the chat, and that's literally shouting Ryan.
Okay.
That's literally what I see.
Okay. All right, that's I mean, I wish at some point like it's always funny when it's these white guards or white players. We naturally like lean to trying to compare them to other white players. And sometimes they be wrong, but the Joe Ingles thing is cool because Joe was a role player his entire career, but when he was at his best, like Joe could handle the ball. Or how about another one? How about a not the Bogdanovich that's playing in I was getting confused. Not the Bogdanovich that's playing with the Clippers. The other Bogdanovich.
Bogdan,
Bogdan. I think he also played with Utah. He played with
Detroit.
the Nets. He played with Detroit. Yeah, that Bogdanovich. I could also see that as well. So that's not bad. Okay. So Ivory and Lito, you guys are a believer in his ability to handle the ball a little bit more than say those that just think he's nothing more than a shooter with maybe a dribble pull up or two.
Yeah, I think it was pretty evident the games that Cooper Flag was out and he had more of the offensive responsibility. It was evident that he had to control the offense, run the offense. Limited sample size. Well, Cooper Flag was sidelined with the ankle injury, but he excelled at it. Again, he used Malawak a lot on the pick and rolls, was able to hit him with some alley oops,
Who
make
was that?
some Malawak.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that?
But he was able to create and of course knock down shots off of the move. So he's more than capable as not like a initial initiator of the offense, but like second side actions, coming off of screens, things of that nature. He excelled at that.
Oh, but listen, yes, everything Ivory just said. But listen, a knockdown shooter, dead eye, like literally, he put that bitch in the air. I'm just gonna turn around and run down the floor.
Okay. So before we continue to shout out, man, we got 40 people on here, man. However many it is, it's not enough likes, man. But shout out to y'all pulling up, man. Here we go. Cole, right on time, dog. Right on time. Shout out to Cole, man. Somebody get my dog a membership. Cole, one of these days, real soon, on a show I'm not on, I'm gonna pop in. I'm gonna buy like 20 memberships. And when I do it, if you don't get one in, bro, like I give up, dog.
We gotta
I give up.
start a GoFundMe for a
To get him
computer
a
for
membership.
Cole. Nah, he need a computer.
We're gonna have to talk to Lala and get that set up. La, if you in here, let's set up a GoFundMe for Cole to get him a membership.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of these. There was an article published by NBA.com, and NBA.com pretty much they laid out all of the different. Also true, they laid out pretty much all of the main go-tos for mock drafts and NBA talk, and the predictions of where they thought or who they thought the Pelicans would pick. And as I mentioned, Malawak, Knueppel, and Fears were the three were pretty much the medium or the average. I think Fears was on there twice. Knueppel was on there was on there maybe twice or three times, and then Malawak was on there twice as well. The other pick was maybe Colin Murray Boyles. But so we'll start here with Kon Knueppel here from The Athletic. The Pelicans will be disappointed. They'll be disappointed to fall in the lottery, but I love this slot for them. If they can end up with Knueppel, a bigger shooter who is competitive and tough, he has a case as the best shooter in the class along with Trey Johnson, and his overall game is more impactful or was more impactful this season. In his mock draft, their Queen goes to Washington at 6, and ironically, Jeremiah Fears goes to 8 at Brooklyn. What is this here? Something else here for Knueppel. USA Today. He can make plays on spot-up possessions and when using off-ball screens led by freshmen. Oh, he led all freshmen in corner three-pointers made. Pelicans need that. He plays winning basketball as the Blue Devils have outscored opponents by 625 points when Knueppel's on the court this season per College Basketball Analytics, which was the highest plus-minus among all men's players. He also has Trey Johnson going 6, and he has Malawak going 8. You guys agree? Disagree with those thoughts? Any of those from those two establishments?
It was Grubb or Ross. Put up a graphic showed how many corner threes the Pelicans take, and I think it was like 24th or something. So if you draft a player who excels at shooting corner threes, but yet you don't take a ton of them, what's the utility there?
Mm. Mm.
Well,
Lito?
the analyzer, your problem with the guard from Oklahoma, because he can't shoot that shit for shit.
And you would assume, like, when building something around Zion, or even like what Trey was showing last season, if DeJounte is healthy again, some of the spots that CJ likes to get to, the Pelicans got a decent amount of downhill threats and threats in which defenses will rotate or have to help from. That should open up a decent amount of those corner threes, those wing threes, if they have the right amount of lineups of spacing that's there. Yeah, I mean, that was something else, Ivory. When you look at some of the analytics, Knueppel's also he's an analytic darling, right? He has a lot of different metrics that support his presence on the floor. His on-court and off-court numbers are pretty good. It's not just if you look at if you project based off of college basketball, you would tend to believe that he's a lot more than just a shooter. And while we have the actual film breakdown of Kon Knueppel dropping tomorrow. Shout out to Lala, Justin, 7:00. Shout out to us, 7:00 tomorrow, in which we go into some of his film work, and you know, it shows some of his ability with the basketball. It shows his ability to stop and start, how he navigates through screens, how he moves as a playmaker. But is anybody worried that when you draft somebody with somebody that feels so safe, like you're almost doing yourself an injustice when you are a team like the Pelicans that probably need someone to break out beyond that because of what they're missing as a market or their organizational structure or their ability to gain or attract and keep star talent?
Yeah, I agree. I think the Pelicans have such a conundrum that they face because you cannot afford for this pick not to hit at all.
Tell them why you say
So
that though, because you tell us all the time. So tell them why the season is important.
well, this season is very important because of the pick swap situation with Milwaukee. It doesn't benefit the Pelicans to have the right to swap their picks with the Milwaukee Bucks if they're bad. If both teams are bad, then it doesn't benefit the Pelicans at all. Because you'll be picking at the same area. What you need to happen is the Pelicans be good and Milwaukee be bad next year. That way, it's beneficial for the Pelicans to take that lower pick or the higher pick in the lottery next year. So with that being said, uh, drafting Kon, um, yeah, it's the safe thing. But there are other prospects that may raise your ceiling. I think Kon lifts your floor. But I think the Pelicans have to take the risk and go for the higher ceiling play.
So that being said, you saying you drafting Fears?
No, I'm not drafting either one.
Who you drafted, dog? Who you drafted?
Hey man, I'm a bigger fan of one of those bigs. Pause.
Which
You know,
one today? Who you drafting today?
Is it still so bare?
I think it'll
Was
be
it Sorber?
Thomas Sorber would likely be the pick. Him and Max Mirino. It'd be great if we could get both of them, but yeah.
I'm gonna take the opposite end of that spectrum. I'm gonna say the Pelicans' tenure in New Orleans outside of Chris Paul has been so shaky. It's been so uneasy. It's been no consistency, especially in the Zion Williamson era. I feel like you need a guy who's just gonna come to work every day and just fucking work. I know what to expect from him. I know what he does well. I know what he's gonna do. I know the spots that he likes to be in on the floor. And he has the potential to get better. Like, I think the Pelicans right now, especially under Joe Dumars, should take the angle of, man, we need to add as many shooters as we can around this guy. And I know I said don't build around him, but regardless of whoever the guy is on the floor, you still need shooting. That's a premium.
I don't think you can afford to sacrifice most shooters, with the exception of OKC, that seem to have them all in the league, usually come with defensive deficiencies. And so while you load up on offense with shooters, like your defense is getting worse, then it's a wash in that sense. I think you have to be able to get two-way players, preferably a two-way shooter, which Kon, I don't think he has like plus defensive ability. I think he could be a neutral defender. That's why there's other prospects like we talked about Carter Bryant that are more intriguing that you may can get later if you can trade back. So I think that's the situation that the Pelicans are looking at.
Say, Ivory, let me ask you this. Well, you and Chris, how y'all feel about this? Shout out to Cole.
Why not
Because this
trade
is
the pick?
this is a valid point, right? Because I was saying they can't be trash next year. Like what rookie is I mean, outside of probably Cooper Flag is gonna come in and help you, or Dylan, go come in and help you immediately.
Again,
But see,
that's go ahead, Chris.
here's the thing, though. Help you do what? Because now the problem is that, like, all right, we don't know when Herb is gonna be healthy. We don't know when Trey's gonna be healthy. We don't know. Well, we know DeJounte isn't gonna start the season. He's gonna miss months after the season starts. So you going into a draft with three very important players all being question marks. So you need players, right? You need talent. I mean, even like Brandon Boston's on your team right now. He's somebody that like he's coming back from an injury. Zion is Zion. They got question marks all over the place. So I guess the issue is, like, I know we say we don't, and this ain't a bad question, Cole. Yeah, we might not think a rookie is gonna help this team, but somehow, some way, these rookies always end up on the floor for these motherfuckers because the Pelicans are always hurt, always battling something. So at some point, I mean, and it goes beyond that. G League dudes, 10-day contracts, you name it, two-way dude. Like at some point, they're always on the floor every year. So, and this goes back to the Zion thing. If you tell me right now, Cole, the Pelicans gonna be a buy-in free agency, if you telling me they're looking to compete for a non-play-in, wow, the comments dropped there. That's cool. That must be new. They're competing for a non-play-in playoff seed. Then I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. But this goes back to Zion. If you don't know and you don't have belief, if your foundation is questionable, then can you really sell out and buy in and trade this pick for? Because I mean, if you trade 7, you're gonna get what, a solid role player? Like, what you think you can get with 7? Now, if you had 4, or if you had 2 or 3, maybe you could get somebody that we talking about here. But you would have to tell me, like, okay, they're gonna take 7, Cole, and they're gonna package that up with you name it and go get Sabonis, or go get Jared Allen, or go get Laurie, something like that. If you tell me that you think that they're gonna move like that Joe's looking to win and not just kind of wait and see how shit play out, then I'm with you. But I don't know their goals. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish just yet. And that kind of makes the thinking about this a little bit uneven.
Chris, that's why I'm so high on Max Mirino. Like all rookies aren't the same. This kid has 4 years of high level experience playing in the ACC. decorated, was runner-up ACC runner-up player of the year behind Cooper Flag. I think this kid can come in and be serviceable right away. He can absolutely contribute. With 4 years under his belt, coming in at 22, he'll be able to contribute on the NBA floor. I think it's a different situation for freshmen that only played 1 year in college. Their learning curve may be steeper. So a 4-year rookie versus a freshman rookie, I think it's a stark difference.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. NBA Draft.net got Jeremiah Fears and Kon rated the same as far as ball handling.
Mm.
How does that change anything for y'all and the people in the chat?
Yeah. And who are these people that are, making these assessments?
I'm just reading the data I got, brother.
Who are these people? Who are... Oh man.
And they got Kon rated a better passer than Fears also. Hands up,
Yeah,
don't
I have
shoot.
to go watch my film.
Hands up, don't shoot is crazy. Let's move to some other Fears quotes here for some mock drafts here. Let's see what we got. So here's from Yahoo Sports. The Pelicans badly need a point guard of the future, and Fears has the skills to become that for them as a dynamic guard with twitchy attacking style.
What kind? What do you got? What kind?
Twitchy.
Oh,
attacking style and a knack for coming through as a clutch shooter. He was one of college basketball's youngest freshmen, and it showed with his shaky decision making as a shooter and a passer. I think he shot about 28% from three and averaged like over 3 turnovers a game. But he has a feel for shot creation and a handle that lets him get anywhere on the floor, so he may only need time to emerge as a star. That's one of the comments here. And then the other one on Fears is from the Ringer here. Oh, here we go, Lito. Your favorite. With a yo-yo handle and comfort for physical.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Who wrote this?
Physicality. comfort with physicality. Fears will find his way into the paint regularly. The Pelicans could use some young blood in the form of an on-ball catalyst. And while Fears is a bit of a risky wager because of his shooting issues, his downhill ability and playmaking flashes have the highest upside at this slot in the lottery. It's upside that like this whole show is about like I know what I'm getting.
Oh, all right.
See, I'm a professional. Look at you. I know what I'm getting versus this dude could be a star. Like it's somebody said it earlier. Like it was great. Like Kon gonna play 10 plus years in this league easy. Might be multiple teams, but he gonna be serviceable his whole career easily. Fears might be a star, might be a superstar, might be, Jamal Murray was taken at 7. Dame was taken at 9.
What's Jamal Murray? Like, what are you? No more.
Listen, I ain't a big Jamal Murray fan, but Jamal, for better or for worse, Jamal could at least walk into the star club. He could say like he could show his badge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They might like Ivory the bouncer might look at it and say, "Yo, that's expired, bro. Like I can't let you in with that." But like he still got it.
Damn, this from the bubble? Nah,
yeah.
you.
He'll be like, nah, I got my ring right here. Oh, okay, you good. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Look. So let me ask you this:
wait, hold on. Ty Jerome can't sit in the pit. Ty Jerome can't. He gotta have a seating chair on the opposite side of the street. He's just watching everybody walk by.
Easy, Chris. Easy.
My bad. Go ahead. This ain't a Ty Jerome.
Was that necessary?
My bad.
Yeah, at all. That had nothing to do with nothing.
My bad. Y'all thoughts on Fears? So go
ahead. Is there no world where you think Kon can be a multiple-time All-Star? I mean, he probably lead the league in 3-point makes. I'm just saying.
Who he gotta be though? What builds like that lack athleticism that are like great shooters become stars?
What if he is the build?
You said Kon the mold.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, hey,
Motherfucker.
Kon, hold on, man. Hold on. This you, bro? You work for Kon now?
Hey, this is I'm potting for Justin right now, bro.
What if he is the build for Kon Knueppel?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
bro. I think his rim pressure rate was really low, bro. And to not get to the rim very frequently, and become an all-star, I don't think that's very likely.
Ivory, let me ask you this though. You don't think that because of who dominated the basketball at Duke, even when Koo wasn't on the floor, you had what's the other kid named 14?
Proctor,
Proctor, and it was another one. It was the
Zion James.
Zion James, right? You don't think that Kon would be able to, like, this is the thing. He didn't wake up today and his body was like, we not athletic. He'd been unathletic his whole life, but he still would he had 22 game in the EYBL. I don't remember what he averaged in college, but like I believe that he understands his spots on the floor and how to do it. Now, granted, it's a different level. The players are more athletic, defense is more tailored, especially somebody putting on ball pressure on him. But my thing with him is he never gonna be on ball. He gonna be moving around, getting off screens anyway. Like that's his bread and butter. And he knows how to navigate. I swear to God, 85% of the game, he doesn't have the ball.
Don't worry about it. Don't
What
worry about it.
what did that say?
That's off the screen, dog. I don't know, like Kobe, man. Look,
What's happening?
Cole, dog. Look, Cole, put the honey packs down, dog. I'm begging you, bro. I'm begging you. Until we get the sponsorship, dog. Like honey pack does not go on chicken. Black people, let me tell y'all.
Nah, stop. Stop.
Huh?
Stop.
My bad. Ivory professional. He trying to be. My bad.
Stop.
Go ahead.
Stop.
Go ahead. Let me put the basketball shit back up. Go ahead.
85% of the game, Kon had a basketball. Is all I'm saying, and he's still. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you? My thing is, how do you stop a guy who's moving around? He's working off screens. He's slot cutting. Obviously, he's not catching alleys on these slot cuts, but you know what I'm saying? Good enough vision where he can make a play off a plate, get a hockey assist.
Yeah, I think that's why those movement shooters are so valuable, because it takes a special type of defender, which OKC seems to have them all, to be able to stay attached to someone with that much gravity. And especially with, again, a player like Zion, who's going to command a double team when he gets going downhill to free up shooters, it's going to be incredibly difficult for opposing defenses. But like you said, man, I think Kon with his offensive gravity, playing without the basketball, it would be a huge value add for this offense. But again, it's the Pelicans. I think he's going to be inserted and have more ball handling responsibilities due to the current situation.
Because Jordan Huggy can't dribble.
We got a future show coming out, y'all, on Jace Richardson, and I already told y'all. I think Jace the better player. I would be
absolutely.
I would, if I had to rank them on just like on a board, Jace would be a little bit higher than Fears. But I get it. Like Fears, someone pointed out that who was Fears playing with, and to be the youngest freshman in college basketball, it says a lot about you in that conference, being able to do what he did, jumper or not. He got whatever he wanted on the floor and was moving people out of the way for somebody who I don't think is 200 pounds. Mm-hmm. You know, there was multiple plays on film where he just showed him motherfuckers out the way, bullying people out the way. Like he played a lot stronger than he actually looks to be. So, you know, I see the upside because with a dude that has fears in his name, like he didn't show none of that. Sure, he was inefficient. He turned the ball over a lot, but I get the vision if you believe in him playing at Oklahoma. And I'm telling you right now, like Lauren would know, you know, Saints
Shout out for
Pelicans might
Lauren.
know. I can't shout out for Lauren. I can't tell you nobody off the top of my head that played for Oklahoma. They in this draft?
I
I
forgot
can't off the top of my head. I
Kobe
can't.
Ellis, some shit like that.
And they like Jace and Fears, they the same, they pretty much the same size, huh? Fears might be a little bit taller.
Nah, Fears taller. Yeah.
But Jace outweigh him by like 10. That's crazy. We doing a professional show. This for Ivory, dog. See, that's crazy, bro. You so selfish. You so selfish. You gonna stop me from, you know, from correcting Cole about the honey pat, but you don't want. But now, like, you got that look on your face. We be a professional for Ivory. This for Ivory.
I thought
Put all
about
that to the
negativity.
side, dog.
All right. You right. I stopped
But
all the stuff anyway. Go ahead, Ivory.
that's one of my concerns with Fears, though, is that he is young. He shows a ton of upside. However, it's like a popcorn kernel in a microwave. How long will it take before that potential actually start to blossom? And it may take a year or two before he actually becomes who we need him to be in this Pelicans regime. But if that takes 2 years and you have to be good next year, I don't think it's worth the gamble.
Hey, Ivory, who you think is a better prospect? Not a better prospect. Yeah, a better prospect. Who you think is a better prospect out of Scoot Henderson and Fears?
I think Scoot is more decorated. I think Scoot has the more accolades in terms of success in high school.
Take that out of it. They both
Player
been
for
drafted
player.
player for player today. Same. This is his rookie year. This is Fears' rookie year. Who's the guy?
That's a good one. Lito. I would hate to say that. I think it is. I think that's a good one. I think Fears' ceiling might be a little higher. I don't think I think Scoop's baseline is his floor is a little higher. But if the best version of both of them absolutely showed up, I think Fears could surpass Scoop.
That's crazy that we're here. Scoot. Listen, the catalog is in the trash can right now. Respectfully, they ain't no like goddamn Scoot. It was people. What? If you got people in here, just know they comparing you to an inefficient, young, turnover prone point guard. Like they can, like I feel like what Wayne say? Is that really a question? Do you really have that written down in your notepad?
So you saying Scoot? You saying Scoot? I'm saying that to say because when Scoot came out, right? Like I don't know his shooting percentages, but it couldn't be better than 29% from three.
Nah, he couldn't shoot. He couldn't shoot. But the athleticism was different for sure. Like
where that though?
Hey man, talk to Chauncey about that, dog. Scoot, y'all doing Scoot wrong, dog. And I ain't telling you he's gonna be a superstar. That's crazy. But hey, maybe all right. All right. I love this comment. Lito, we a professional, right? We professionals here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna test that here. Can you read this brother name? Can you read the person that took their time out of their night when they could have been watching the end of the Pacers Knicks game? The Knicks extending the series to go back to Indiana.
Yeah.
Can you read what his name is?
Yeah, that's West Bank Dad.
Nah, I could read, bro. I could read. That's Spanish.
I translated it. Google on my computer, so I can't
really. I see that.
Yeah.
So he did the. I feel like, all right. Can I ask y'all this? And the pod y'all did. I can't remember who said it, but one of y'all mentioned a prospect who was Willie Proof. Out of these two, who is more Willie Proof? It's a great fucking question, West Bank Father.
Easy answer too. Good question. Great question. Easy answer.
Is it?
Easy answer.
Really?
Easy.
What is it?
It's Kon.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Kon has a defined skill. He and you just mentioned to me how erratic a player Fears is and how young he is, how turnover prone he is. You think Willie Green go help with that? Like you think there's building blocks in order for him to help him get better at these things? Hell no. If it's anything, Kon's path to being great is so much clearer than Fears' path.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with Lito. Especially if Fears is off the ball, if Zion is we're playing point Zion and Fears is in the game, or is Trey operating the offense. We already know that his catch and shoot numbers are low. That wouldn't look good in a Willie Green's offense.
Yo,
I
Jeremiah, go
like
stand in that corner.
I like Rhino answer here. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, it's not Willie Green-Proof. I mean, who played better defense out of Fears and Kon?
I think by sheer size alone, I think Kon gets the edge. He's bigger. Pause. I mean, obviously when you have a larger stature, that kind of eliminates
That's
or
crazy.
limits the amount of likelihood of you getting attacked, right? You probably won't get posted up. I think Kon does a better job of competing on the defensive end. Man, the UConn game when they played against Oklahoma, man, like they just relentlessly went after Fears time and time again. Sometimes he stood his ground, but that was a absolute offensive philosophy to attack Fears as much as possible. So that can be concerning.
Say Ivory. Um. Hmm.
Yeah,
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think? Let's say you had a more offensive coach. Let's say you had a coach that wanted to play with pace. Wanted to get up and down the floor. Didn't care as much about turnovers. Do you think that would change? That would change your thoughts about this pick? Like, how much does the coach that's going to be starting the season matters with a pick like this?
I think it matters a lot. Um, if that were the case, I still would have Kon slightly favored over Fears, just because again, man, when you shooting the ball at a above 40% clip from three, that's rare. That's not very many players that reach that mark. So to have that with a player like Zion, with a player like Trey, to keep the floor spread, that's awfully intriguing.
Lito, I know you was wondering, bro. The Oilers just eliminated the Stars. They're going to the Stanley Cup.
damn, man. That's the Dallas Stars?
The Dallas Stars, yeah.
Oh
There's
yeah. Okay.
no other stars in the NHL. I checked.
Oh, the Oilers.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
Edmonton.
Yeah, I know you a big Connor McDavid fan.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, on some G shit, Sid the Kid, my favorite. Like, I mean, Sid the Kid. Ovechkin, my favorite hockey player of all time.
Why?
Cause, bro, like, he just was a dog. Like, he came into the game like just grimy. Bro came in missing teeth. Like, he came in the hockey missing teeth. He ain't wait till he started playing to miss teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came into that bitch. I'm here. I'm a dog. I'm grimy.
All right. We
Hey,
got
what's your favorite Big
West,
Sean lyric?
Westbeck father here responds to Ivory's point. Can Kon not turn into a Clay-like type?
What's make Poppy
With used right,
Biden.
with the talent around him, similar size and pedigree there. Play the Duke.
Klay Thompson is like that comparison. That's in his range of outcomes. Absolutely.
And that's like the most political answer. Like that's it. Like in his range of outcomes is crazy. Like I mean, fuck. Jeremiah Fears can turn into a bunch of different. He can turn sure. Like what? Can he not turn into Clay? You know what? You know what? West Baghdad. I think that I kind of think Clay is turning into a lazy comp for a really good shooter.
Oh,
I
oh,
really think that because
oh.
I think Clay. The thing about Clay wasn't a bad defender. I ain't saying Kon's a horrible defender, but Clay came into the league as a good defender. He started
Yeah.
out, as a dude. I don't think he made an All NBA defensive team, but like he was actually a good defender for a decent part of the time. He still lacked lateral quickness. He had things athleticism wise that missed, but he had that going for him. I don't know if Kon, like, are we going to be talking about times? I think what you got to ask at some point is Kon going to be played off the floor? Are we going to look up and he's Joe Harris?
No.
No,
Better than Joe Harris. No.
He going to be better than Joe Harris.
That Georgia Tech game for me, obviously Georgia Tech is the greatest team in the nation. But in the ACC tournament, that game for me, it showed me there was more to the surface than what Kon was allowed to show. Obviously, because Cooper Flag was missing. If I'm not mistaken, I think Boy had 28, 8, 5, 2 steals in a block. Joe Harris wasn't doing that every day, bro.
What you got against Joe Harris?
He got his name sound like he a mechanic.
Do you know that his nickname was Beef Jerky Joe?
Why you know that?
Well, I was, looking on basketball reference.
What part? See, this what I be asking you. This what I be asking you. What part of the internet is you on? Because I don't never find these things out.
No, look. Let me tell you something. Your nickname is Lito, and you really don't have much in your name that will represent me calling you that. Like there's this. It doesn't exist. But I respect you enough to call you by your nickname. Do I not?
It's literally my first name in Spanish, bro. It's really not even a nickname.
So if you know Spanish, why can't you say West Bank Father's name?
Because it's the translation.
But you don't have to translate it. You just told me that your name's Spanish.
Hey, you know what? I got the perfect analogy for this. Kon and Fears. This might get us canceled, but we here, right?
Wait. So you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about Beef Jerky Joe no more.
You ain't want to give me a Big Sean lyric, so you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. At the end of the day, it's 2 a.m.
Wait.
We in a party.
Wait.
We in the club. We outside. You know what I'm saying? The DJ says the last song. The bar about to close. No more drinks. Right? You gotta get a pick that you know you could get the win with. Fears on one hand. You know what I'm saying?
My brother, are you asking me who I'm taking home?
Who you taking to the court? I'm not asking you who you taking home, bro. who you taking to the court?
Why you say the club? Why you had to say 2 a.m. and the lights come on?
Because Chad said you can't make the club in the tub.
That's not what he. All right. You a manipulator, bro. You just what?
Oh man. Anyways, go with the safe pick, bro. Go with the safe pick.
Right. What? Go ahead, Ivory.
So while you guys during that brief interlude were discussing rambunctious things, I looked up Klay Thompson's rookie year. I mean, his freshman year at Washington State versus obviously Kon's freshman year at Duke, and you would not believe, but the stats are identical.
Talk about it.
So last year, Kon shot 2.2 he made 2.2 threes a game. He shot 5.3, which was 40.6% from three. He shot 91% from the free throw line. He averaged 14 points and 4 rebounds. Klay Thompson, his freshman year at Washington State, he shot 2.1 threes per game. He made 2.1 threes per game, and he shot 5 of them with a 41% 3-point rate. He also shot 90% from the 3-point line. And he averaged 4.2 rebounds. So nearly identical.
Okay.
Both of them couldn't jump over a sheet of paper.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I see some Austin Reeves here. I mean, I hate that I got to keep comparing him to white men, bro.
I see it too, Chris.
Yeah. What about this, Lito? Can you read that?
Imagine waking up to.
Oh, God.
But yeah, we got some. This is pretty much a preview to the show that's dropping tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You only find these shows on Boo Crew Media, man. You know what I mean? Chris and Lito show, Pro Pels Talk. Chaz got a surprise for y'all, man. He didn't change the name. I don't know if he wanted me to say that, but that's what they say all the time when you got sources and stuff. He didn't change the name of this show, man. He got something cool coming for y'all real soon, man. The summer gonna be hot.
What is it gonna be?
Hot.
Ooh.
Who he threw that oop to?
I ain't see it.
It reminds me of Ross. I think I got some film of Ross hooping, man. If y'all want to see it, bro, I got the files, bro. Nah, yeah, I'm lying. I want to sound like WAC 100, bro. I got the content, bro.
So wait, you mean to tell me?
I got the content, bro.
Hey, bro, y'all telling me y'all watching this kid play and you thinking like he just a shooter, like he just.
I mean, he don't let anybody speed his pace up. It look like, but it's hard for me to really tell you much because he only got one pace, and it's slow. So I mean, I ain't want that. God damn. Oh shit. Oh, too close, man. Too close.
Fucked it up. That was me.
There we go. We bite.
Lauren know who.
Ooh, here we go. My dog just said Davis. Hey, Davis, what's up with you, dog? Do you think Kon would play before or make Hawkins and Antonio Reeves expendable?
That would be the best case scenario. Now you have other assets that you can pawn them off and try and replenish some other areas of this roster that needs to be upgraded.
One and not the other. One is expendable. The other is not.
What was the first word you said?
True.
One is expendable.
You didn't say that. All right.
So this would be my question. When you say overrated, when you say he overrated, I just like what you mean? Where you have him rated? Because I ain't mad at you.
Shout out to Boo Crew Stat Guy, man.
Putting in work.
Kon could be possibly wrong. Could be from somewhere. You never know. You gonna never know.
I like this. Shooter is a dart throw. Keep drafting him, and one will eventually hit.
I hate that.
Huh?
I hate that.
Why? Well, because but he made a good point. Jordan Hawkins, you missing on Jordan Hawkins should have nothing to do with you drafting Kon Knueppel.
I agree, but I think that the thing we overlook with Jordan Hawkins is he can never really shoot in college either.
Motherfucker got a beautiful jumper though.
It's pretty. It's one of them ones. But that bitch, he can't hit the broad side of a barn with that shit.
He dressed like a shooter. He act like a shooter. He moved like a shooter. He got the footwork of a shooter.
And just don't shoot that bitch like a shooter.
Oh man.
Hey, I hope Jordan Hawkins hear this shit and he'd be mad. And he'd be mad as hell. Like, man, fuck them guys, man. I'm gonna show him.
He did now he did start off the season. Yes, please. Tequila time. Yeah. Excuse me.
Everything all right?
But Austin's right though. He looked great the first part of the season before.
Why he got that in all caps though? Why you all caps that?
Because you were talking about Big Sean. That's one of Big Sean's best lyrics right there. You know what?
What's the bar?
Huh?
What's the bar?
Huh?
Hey, go.
It's something about MC Hammer, dog.
Oh, all right.
But you gotta stop first, allegedly.
That's crazy. Boy,
You know my favorite Big Sean lyric.
Here we go.
Real.
Here we go.
If we being serious,
Here we go.
we could all give our favorite Big Sean lyric. If I do, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna be the brave one.
How you brave? Wait. How you think you the brave one?
Because I'm brave.
All right, Bell. All right, Bell Gibson.
Nobody else want to go. So I mean, so I'm gonna go, right?
Ivory lying, bro. Ivory, how long I've been trying to get this Big Sean lyric off, bro?
It's been at least 2 weeks.
But see, they don't know that. I mean, look, it's 2 a.m. Somebody got to dive on a grenade. That's me right now, right?
Man, made itself a martyr. That's crazy.
So yeah, bro. Like, I mean, I gotta who better than me? All right. So my favorite Big Sean lyric is "Wobbity wobble, wobble wobble."
Yes.
You like that?
No. I don't. I don't.
Say one more thing about rap, and then I'm done. You remember how the chorus, the Boys in the Hood go?
These and boys.
No, not that one. Not that one. The one that was out when you was growing up. NWA. Remember?
I can't hear it.
Look it up and get back to me. But all right, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna do like the solar system and plan it out. Yeah. Let's see.
Real quick to address
go ahead.
For Lauren, there were a couple of prospects that were considered to be better shooters than Jordan Hawkins in that draft. Brandon Miller was also in that draft. Jet Howard. Even the player that went right before him, Grady, that guy that plays in Toronto.
Nah, Ivory. You a professional. We're doing this show for you. What you mean, Grady? Grady who?
Yeah, Grady. We know who. So there were a couple of guys who were considered to be better shooting prospects than Jordan Hawkins. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. Sky's good, man. Sky's good.
Man. Wait, look. All right. So, hey Davis, man, with the fire questions, bro. The Big Sean lyric, like lane of questions here, man. What y'all think of Naz said he think he a starter? Not Nasir Jones, but Naz Reid.
He wrong as hell.
On a bad team.
No,
He's gonna start in Utah.
I'm with Ivory. Like he ain't starting on no good team.
Y'all wildin'.
Well,
nah.
He's not a starter anywhere.
On a bad team, yeah.
You go to someone like Toronto, Utah, Charlotte, something like that.
You see Naz Reid starting on a playoff team and doing what? This is the thing. The motherfucker, bro. I like his ability. I think he's a good player. He get lost in the moment. If his shot not falling, what are you doing for you?
But okay, would you consider him a specialist? What do you think he is?
No, because he didn't. This is my thing. When he came to the NBA, he wasn't a specialist. He
I'm talking
converted.
about right now.
Okay, better question. Hold on. Better question. Who is more impactful for you, Cat or Naz Reid?
Cat or Naz Reid?
They do the same thing, right?
No, they don't do the same thing.
They play the same way. They play the
They
same.
don't. No, they don't. No,
They
don't.
do have a bit of a redundant skill set. I think Nas can put it on the ground a little better. But
And
their
Cat,
skill sets are kind of redundant.
but Cat, you can isolate a block and throw the ball to Cat. Not saying
True.
he's gonna sit there the entire game.
What
You
Nas
can't
did
do
that?
that with Nas.
What Nas did at LSU?
Again, he don't do it now.
But I'm saying they play the same way.
You don't think Nas a starter?
No.
That's fucking wild, dog. Okay, why? You because of the postseason?
No. I don't think bro. I've been saying this for a while. I think Nas is somebody will pay Nas $100 million. Absolutely, and I hope he gets the bag. But no, bro.
I ain't say you gotta pay him, dog, but to say he's not a starter is just
you're gonna have to pay him though. He do $100 million.
Well, then you get he a fucking starter.
Nope. I mean, listen, hear me out. He's
he
gonna
18, 9, and 3 in 17 games as a starter this year. Come on, son.
What does
that's cute.
What does that do for you?
Right.
I'm a Pelicans fan. Kelly Olynyk was starting games for me.
Again, he can go start on a bad team.
Right, but can the Jesus, man.
No, Chris, he's not a starting caliber player. He on a good team. Yeah, he could go to Charlotte right now. He probably put up 25 a game.
Who better? Him or PJ Washington?
So I don't like to use the word better. I like to use who is more conducive to winning basketball.
When you put it like that, damn.
And of course, a lot of it would be contingent upon who else is around them. So it's hard to say in a vacuum. Well, I think PJ's game lends itself more favorable to winning basketball just slightly. And again, all of this can change depending on the variables around them more than Naz Reid.
Chris, thank you for learning.
I think we talked about it. He can put the ball on the floor, especially for someone his size. I think I think as a starter, you see a different guy versus the guy that comes off the bench. How about that? He's more aggressive. He looks to facilitate a little bit more. The ball's in his hand. I think his role makes him a shooter, which is 100% fair, one way or another. He should be. We shouldn't be talking about games when Naz leaves with 3 fucking rebounds, right? And I get it. I think saying he's not a starter is a bit extreme.
You saying he'll put
on a good team.
You saying he put the ball on the floor. He only averaging 2.6 drives a game. Where the fuck is he going with the ball?
Again, I think partially, well, fuck, if he's spending time with Rudy Gobert, where you want him to go?
I mean,
you couldn't drive a car with Rudy Gobert in a dunker spot.
That's hate.
I don't think Naz Reid is a starter on a championship caliber team.
You ain't even got to be a championship. He's not a starter on a playoff caliber team.
Okay.
I'm ready to hate today.
I didn't know that the fucking stock had fell so low.
No, this has nothing to do with the playoffs.
Yeah, right.
Nothing to do with the playoffs at all.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. But man, I think I have a belief for bigs that can shoot and create. Is he a great defender? No. Should he Is his rebounding? Should his rebounding numbers be better? The starting numbers say better, but overall, should his rebounding numbers be a little bit better? No. But if you are a big that can shoot and create, I'm a winner. Listen. I'm a believe that even in a pinch, you can be a starter. You can be useful on a good team.
Nah.
Is he creating for himself or is he creating for others?
Yeah, he can. I think he could do both. How about this? I'll go a step further. I think in the right situation, Naz Reid can be an Al Horford type player the rest of his career.
No, sir. No, sir.
That's
Al
how I
Horford is the greatest role player of all time. Let me ask you this, Chris.
How do we get there?
If you take Pascal Siakam off of that Indiana Pacers team and insert Naz Reid, are they still in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Pascal's a star though. Pascal's
He's
an
a
all-star.
starter. He's a power forward. He's a starter, and he's a power forward.
No. But Pascal, you're not asking Pascal and Naz to do the same thing. I don't think that he's a level of player. Pascal's getting paid over $30 million a year. Pascal
He's a starter.
is an actual star. Yeah, but he's a star. You got to give me somebody who's below a star.
Chet Holmgren. Put him on that OKC team. Change him and Chet Holmgren.
You think Chet? Do I think OKC is still in the finals or still in conference finals?
Going to the finals now.
Yeah, because I don't think you can. I think the defense takes a hit, but I believe in some of the other elements, and I also think he gives them a different and extra layer of. That's tough. I also don't think Chet and Naz are on the same level. But to answer your question, all right, I'll say no. Give me another starter. And I also think Chet is a little bit overrated. But I'm gonna respect. But I'm gonna respect his ability. I'm gonna respect his ability to protect the rim.
What you said?
I'm gonna respect Chet's ability to protect the rim.
You think Nas better than Chet?
No, and I think Chet's potential and overall talent outweighs what Nas is.
Just trying to make sure you're still on Earth with us. That's all.
We compare it, but compare him to Pascal Siakam is crazy.
Wait.
You gotta give me like you gotta give me somebody like, I mean, fuck, Mitchell Robinson starting games. Can we start at a different
He's a center.
A different team.
And he's not starting when Cat's back. He's a six man.
No,
when their team is healthy.
He started the past 3 games. What you mean?
Because they had to adjust their lineups because Indiana was taking them to the woodshed. But he was coming off of the bench for Karl Anthony Towns at the 5.
Okay, can you give me someone that's not an all that's, I mean, we're talking about championship teams. Like, what we doing?
I mean, what are we trying to build here? Are we trying to build like teams that are going to be in the lottery next year? Are we trying to win championships? What are we doing?
No, I want the Pelicans to be a team I can even count on being on the playoffs first before I skip the step and say that they're going to a championship. They've been trying to do that for 20 plus years.
Trade Naz Reid for Aaron Gordon. Are the Denver Nuggets still contenders like they are?
No. Aaron Gordon is much more much more important and does a lot more things for that team. But you're also but see, here's the problem. People want to stretch, they want to stretch big, but we got certain parameters that they have to meet or you don't want them, right? Like, it can't be both. Most people that shoot the ball at Nas size, they're gonna have some type of flaws. But if you want to stretch big, this will come with it. Because I'm sure
it don't come with Chet. It don't come with Aaron Gordon. It doesn't come with Pascal Siakam.
You comparing to an all-star and a number 2 overall pick. And and another, I mean, we need somebody like the I think we got to be a little bit more fair in the comparison. If you, I mean,
Here's the moral of the story, Chris.
if we just
Naz Reid
saying
can
that,
feel how he wants to feel. We all entitled to feel how we want to feel.
I'm listening. I mean, okay. I mean, I'll tell you this: if you took him off the, how about this? If Josh Hart stay in the starting lineup, they move Mitchell Robinson back, and they have Cat out there. I don't think the Knicks are any worse if they take out OG Anunoby and put in Naz Reid.
What?
I don't.
Have you been watching the playoffs?
All right, man. All right. Let's move on here. Like how you like Maxi Renault, but we having a debate about Naz Reid.
Those two aren't the same. I mean, they have similar skill sets, but like Max may actually post up on the block. He has a wonderful left and right hook. Like he can actually post up. He actually rebounds. He averaged a double-double.
Okay.
20 and 11.
The numbers tell me when Naz Reid's a starter, he averages close to a double-double. But those numbers get thrown out on this show. So I'll be the black sheep. I'm okay with that. Naz Reid a starter.
On a bad team.
We can agree to disagree on Pro Pels Talk.
Way up, I feel blessed.
More Big Sean lyrics.
Oh man.
That's crazy, dog. That's insane, dog.
What?
Huh?
Where we at?
What's
insane?
I didn't know. I had no idea that Naz Reid was this bad to y'all. I had no idea.
No, he's a good player. He's a really good player.
Yeah,
but
I don't
he's
think
a
he's
six
bad.
man.
I don't understand, but I'm not getting why he's not capable of being a starter on a winning team. It don't mean he finishing games. He could play 20 minutes and be a starter. Like I mean, fuck. I mean, like if he had to start, you don't think Minnesota could have won 50 games if Naz started the whole season for them? You don't think they still would have won 50 games? Or whatever they won?
If that would mean that there's no Julius Randle, all right.
Okay,
if he's starting,
yeah,
50 game, no, I don't.
You don't think they could be a good team if he started instead of Julius Randle?
It would be. I think they a mid 40 team, and that's their ceiling.
Is that a good team?
How many? What would a team that finished with 45 wins in the Western Conference finish at? We can pull that up.
Is it a good team? If you win 45 games, are you a good team in the NBA?
I judge by how well you do in a postseason by what's a good team. I don't really look at regular season too much. I don't overweigh it.
So you gotta be in the conference finals and win a championship to be a good team?
No, second round.
So okay, we getting somewhere. So if Naz Reid was starting on Minnesota, or fuck it, take Rudy out and start Naz.
That team is not the same.
They can't get out the first round. They can't get out the first round against anybody.
Naz Reid also check.
Let's do it like this. Do they get out against Golden State? If they played against Golden State, you think they'd be Golden State?
I don't think that there's any scenario if Steph is healthy that they beat Golden State.
Okay. Do they beat Houston? No Rudy Gobert. Oh, I don't agree.
Yes.
I don't agree. Okay. We can disagree about that one. They certainly don't beat OKC. We can skip to the next. Do they beat Denver? Come on, man. We don't even need to think this hard. If you got
Yeah,
Naz
of
Reid
course we do.
playing
Of
against
course we do.
Nikola Jokic,
There's no answer for Nikola Jokic. You ain't got one.
I mean, Rudy Gobert does about as good a job as anybody.
He still get a triple double on his head. What we talking
Yeah,
about?
but you know, they beat him last year, and Rudy had a part to play, and beating Denver. But you saying
So
no
did
Rudy
Naz
Gobert?
Reid. So did Naz Reid.
No, actually, Cat had a bigger reason than
I gotta buy. I mean, what we doing here? I'm turning it. I don't even like Naz Reid that much. Hey, y'all done turned me into a Naz Reid apologist.
Let me
What's going?
let me
The last 10 minutes been about Naz Reid. Trade for Naz.
let me
And
ask you this, Chris. Let me ask you this.
I'm listening.
How you feel about this?
Maxime Reynard. Danny Wolf.
He not American white though. They ain't gonna respect that. He gotta be Kon. He gotta be Kon white.
There you
gotta
go.
be Cooper Flag way, huh?
He gotta be KK.
Cooper Flag, 100% American way.
He the same white as Chat, I think.
What's that, Lito? What's the same white as Chet?
Like 8 Mile Detroit.
He take
Spaghetti.
a when he come in the house.
Oh, I mean, he probably would hoop with the do-rag on if the NBA let him.
Okay, he like Eminem. Got
it. Let's see.
I'm not paying Nas $30 million. I just don't agree that you can't be a good team with him. That's
all. Chris, if the Spurs offered the number 2 pick with the potential to draft Harper, would that create a logjam of guards?
I don't think it matters. Get the best player, get your guy, and that your guy will make the logjam of guards a lot easier to figure out. You can't be worried about a logjam of any position. Like said this like one of the previous shows. Denver drafted Emmanuel Mudiay 1 year at 7. He had a pretty good rookie year, finished, I think, like top 5 rookie of the year voting. And then the next year they drafted Jamal Murray. And then Mudiay was on his way out. Like you just
Shout out to Emmanuel Mudiay, man.
Pick your guy, whoever it is, and figure it out. I mean, what would the logjam be? Like Rhino say, what is injured DeJounte, Jose Alvarado,
Old man CJ.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a short-term log jam.
Ain't no jam there. Ain't no jam there.
Yeah.
I see. Is Trey completely untouchable?
I would say so. I would say he's the only player that, especially with this breakout that he had last year, where he can put the ball on the floor and create and play make. This guy is, you can build around this guy, seemingly.
Real. Chris, shout out to Big Swole, man.
We need basketball handling scorers. We don't have nobody that can handle the basketball consistently and score and create. I mean, depending on how you feel about Kon, like that could support Fears or Kon Knueppel, to be honest. But like, because I think with Fears, what I'm interested is how long does it take him to figure out the turnover problem? Right. Because good teams,
it'll be a while, dog.
Good teams, and according to Ivory, you got to win 55 games. and you gotta go out in Game 7 of the conference finals. Look, in all seriousness, good teams, one thing they don't do, Ivory, and you know this, they don't turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to. They can't afford to. Playoff games, you can't afford to turn the ball over. So was that a blip for just being a young guard, or is that something that he's gonna have a problem with? Like that's what I'm curious about. If y'all, and some of y'all might know in the chat, if you average close to 4 turnovers a game, how much of that is youth, or how much of that is just kind of who you were gonna be for a period of time. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, young guards will probably turn the ball over regardless at starting out in a rookie year, no matter what. But is that something that you think he can fix quickly, or is it gonna take some time? And how much time?
It ain't gonna be quick. It's gonna take time.
Why you say it like that?
Huh? I'm a professional. Ivory here.
But why? Okay, because you. What you think, Ivory?
Listen, man, as someone who coached young guards, they will turn the ball over, and it's just a part of their maturation. They have to learn, they have to go through it. And that's no different than when you going from high school to college or college to the pros. It's just a different level with handling the basketball. And I just don't think the Pelicans can afford to, if you need to be good next year, you know, roll that dice.
Hey man.
Well, Chris, what you think about West Bank? Question.
Ivory Adebayo, according to Cole. People tell you that a lot, Ivory. You look like Bam.
I've heard that maybe once or twice before, but I've seen it more tonight than ever before.
Shit, y'all about the same height, huh?
Nah, man.
Nah, he's
I'm
6'9".
yeah. I'm only
That's crazy.
6'5" and a half.
That's a crazy height to be. Queen. Oh, my fault, Chris. I ain't mean to move your question up there.
This is good right here. Cade Cunningham averaged 4 turnovers a game in college. Now, I mean that's kind of why I asked. I mean, but Fears.
And look how long it took for him to kind of become Cade, because prior to this year, I mean, a lot of people were kind of writing Cade off as a bust.
How many years did Cade have without injury? Because I know first year he didn't play that much, right? And then he got hurt. He was hurt for the year. So what he had 3 years? But I mean he figured it out. I mean, but it you get a longer
Leash
you
when
get a
you're
lot
number
more
one pick.
leeway when you're number
Yeah.
one pick versus being 7. It's just that's why, man. I hope whoever the Pelicans pick, they are. See, here's where having a coach that that's not going to be here in 2 years hurts you, because every good point guard I know, a good majority of them, they build or have good relationships with their coaches, their coaching staff. A lot of times their confidence is tied to what their coaching staff is assisting them with. And what I don't want for a point guard, like a quarterback, I don't want a young guard or a young signal caller to be going through coaches and like, just make the move now, because whoever is the head coach, I want them to be a believer in this person. I don't want another coach to come in next year and say, "Yeah, I know you was dribbling the ball a lot more, Jeremiah, but I got a different vision for you." You might be able to do that with Kon, because Kon's game is universal. You ain't gonna ask him to do too much more than he's already showing. But Fears, that might be different. So I hope that he's allowed to be whoever the fuck he's supposed to be versus being turned into different versions of himself consistently.
You don't want Fears to come here then.
Cade Cunningham had 234 turnovers in his rookie year.
Jesus Christ. How many assists he had?
He had 356.
Good point for Lauren. I can't say Cade ever figured out he averages 4.4 turnovers his last season.
That sucks.
But again, you get a lot more leeway when you're number one pick, and Cade what, like 6'6", 6'5"?
Yep, 6'6".
Like, I mean, it's a big difference between that and 6'3", 6'4" Fears, 180 pounds, whatever Fears is. Like, That's tough, man. I'm that's what I'm gonna be curious about with Fears. Is the turnover element something that like can you be? How long is it gonna take him to get through that? The ability to shoot, the issues he's gonna deal with being a little undersized, at least weight wise. Like it's gonna be interesting. Hey Davis, you seem to be a big fan of Fears. What do you think his ceiling is? Saints Pelicans think Fears is more Jaden Ivey.
No, no, he don't have that type of athleticism.
Yeah, I think Jaden's definitely a better athlete. And I mean, shit, Jaden's a 2 right now.
Yeah, and he's like 6'4", 6'5".
I
Uh,
prefer Queen.
I'm not a.
Ivory don't like Queen, man.
No, let's not say that. It's not that I don't like Queen. I am a big fan of Derek Queen. However, for the Pelicans, I do have concerns. He's not a 5. He doesn't shoot the 3 extremely well. He's not a floor spacer. The things he does well offensively, he kind of operate in the same area as Zion. So, being a defensive liability and not being able to stretch the floor and being a clunky fit with Zion, it gives me concern for the Pelicans. As a pure prospect, I love Derek Queen.
Well, Jared Bayless. I can tell you, Ronald does not like Fears. He got Jared Bayless was cold though. I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't
yeah,
become a star, but Jared Bayless had some
yeah,
shit with him. Wait, where Arizona?
yeah.
17, 4, 4, 18 years old. Ooh. Oh, we didn't see this. Must be a different film breakdown, Lito.
It's a different one.
Oh, definitely gonna create. Mm.
Is this gonna translate?
Oh,
Mm,
yes.
mm.
Mm.
Yeah, the quickness, the ability to get into the paint, generate paint touches will, but again, without the jumper, a reliable, consistent jumper
Ooh.
against
Oh,
taller, more athletic defenders, that's concerning.
well, look. I mean, curious what how this will change with better talent around him, and maybe him not feeling like he has to do everything, which it appears like that was something that eventually became the thing, right? Ronald Saints Pelican says he was a one man show. So, um, oh, here's a comment. I don't know if Fears will be better than Sexton. What y'all think?
I
Hmm.
mean,
Good
if
question, man.
he becomes Colin Sexton wasn't no slouch now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Colin hooping right now.
Yeah,
Well, if we talking winning basketball. Is Colin a winning basketball player?
I think
You
he's a
think
6 man.
You you want to pick? Do you want the Pelicans to be drafted in future 6 man at 7? Which might ultimately be okay, but I mean, I would assume that we
it
all want more. Huh?
it just depends on what you're doing with the rest of the roster. You know what I'm saying?
Another
Like,
another white shooter wins 7. Sorry, go ahead.
that's that's crazy.
He had a bowl cut too.
Yeah, right. everything.
Do winning can you let's say Fears maxes out Ivory. Is he someone who's on a good team? Or someone who starts on a good team? If he reaches his top potential, whatever that is.
I don't see the small guard thing working in the postseason. The Mike Conleys are out, the Darius Garlands are out, the Donovan Mitchells, like those guys are out. So I personally, they be good regular season guys. They can get you, and the Pelicans may just want someone that can get you to the playoffs. But again, I'm always thinking about building championship rosters, and if you want to win a championship, I don't think that's the optimal selection.
Okay. What about you, Lito?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
If Fears maxes out, if he reaches his potential, do you think that he's someone who is a starter on a winning team, a contender of sorts?
It's hard to say. So many variables with that. Like, who's on the team? What type of role is he playing? I don't think. Put it like this. I don't think he can be the best player. I think that he would probably need to. He'd probably have to contribute more ways than scoring. Then yet, it's kind of like the situation with Aaron Gordon, right? Like, you saw Aaron Gordon in Orlando. Aaron Gordon can do a variety of things. He was their best player. He was wildly athletic, could dribble past, shoot. He was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Stop with better players. I gotta find a way to fit into this system in order to make myself have value. So if he's gonna eventually grow into the player he's gonna become, I think obviously his scoring will be important, but I don't think that might be his most important value.
Kon gonna be Larry Bird. Okay.
Yeah. I see people in the comments saying Brunson. Listen, that's a different animal, right? I think he's an anomaly, right? He's special, and he very well may be on. He has extended the series, but he may be out next game.
Well, shit. I mean, it sounds like everyone is more comfortable taking Kon Knueppel than they are Fears. It seems like if this was a tournament, if they went 1-on-1, it looked like Fears lost.
This is a versus.
Yeah. It looks like Fears didn't have enough songs to make it onto the next round. So appreciate y'all, man. This show went on a little bit longer, man. You could thank Naz Reid for that. Appreciate y'all pulling up as always, man. Check out some of the individual film breakdown that we did on Jeremiah Fears already, and as well as Kon Knueppel coming tomorrow. And then we got a few others that we did yesterday, the day before, that'll be dropping at any moment. So, and if y'all got people that y'all want to see us do a show on, y'all reach out and let us know. For myself, for Lito, for Ivory, we're gonna get y'all out of here with, as yesterday I think was National Burger Day. Y'all know the burger of Pro Pels Talk and Boot Crew Media.
Company Burger is the official burger of Pro Pels Talk and Boot Crew Media. Located at 4600 Ferret Street, Company Burger has been locally owned and operated for 11 years. Grind the meat, bake the buns, make the mayo, get the homemade tots. Company Burger uses Creekstone Farms prime beef to create the best burger in the city with milkshakes to go and a full bar. Company Burger is open every day besides Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Can't make it out? No worries, we have you covered. You can order online right now at thecompanyburger.com or check them out on the Toast or Uber Eats app. Company Burger, the official burger of...
All right, y'all.
Grind the meat, bake the bun.